Warbotron. Brawl. This is the second Warbotron. Heavy, noisy. This is their Brawl. Second one, number B. There is the front of the box. As I went to collect this box, I realised, or remembered, should I say, that all these boxes together make a big picture. That way, I think. So, yeah. I didn't join up. Let's slide this sucker out. Here he is. Big fan of the packaging on these guys, I must admit. There's the side, there's the back, heavy, noisy. There he is, son. He's a sergeant. He's a martial master. What was the other guy? He was a master something as well, wasn't he? I don't recall. And there is L bottom. Right, let's. This box seems to be in a bit more of a better condition than the other one, to be honest with you. Fuck me. Absolutely. Got myself out there, haven't I? Hey up. Okay. Alright. Well, there's that. Put that down there. And this comes out of here. Second comic book and instructions. Oh, what's that? You get some things in there. Don't know what they're for, if truth be told. I don't know. Right, we'll just have a quick butchers at this. Away you go. And card. There's his big weapon. And there's his stats, should you care. Nope, nope. On the fucking screen. There we go. Beautiful. Volume 2. The story continues. These are all being awakened. What species are they? I assume they're going to cause a ruckus in this poor old town. The artwork is fucking wicked, I must say. There's Swindle, I think. Oh, Vortex, by the way, the last one. I couldn't remember what the fucking plane was called. Vortex. I was not even close to getting. I couldn't get Whirl out of my head, or Whirlwind or something. I don't think there's a Transformer called Whirlwind, although there probably should be. I bet there probably is. But also Whirl is someone from IDW. He's like a one-eyed helicopter as well. But I knew that was wrong, but I just couldn't get. You know when you know you're wrong. Excuse me. But you can't get like the answer or the whatever out of your head, even though you know it's wrong. That's where I was, yeah. There's his big weapon. What we'll do first. Here's what we'll do. Oh, that's a bit wobbly. Don't like that. It's not a great first impression, is it, mate? Hey, yeah, fucking knob. Right, you can stand there. We've got a bit of a lean to, innit? Right, you can stand there. We'll get all his bits and bobs out. There's his gun. There's his second gun. There's his enormous cannon. Okay, and we will just go back in time. We will take a step backwards. Just want to bring this guy in for a quick second. I've transformed him back to robot mode, obviously, as you can see. And I did a little bit of research, and to transform the hands, they really, even though as you fold it, this is the path of least resistance. It does leave that sticking out like that. The way to do it is actually, you have to 180 it. So you have to have his thumb and everything. I'm sure it's this way. Yeah, it is. Facing. It does leave marks there, which is not ideal, of course. But yeah, if you do it that way, it will close the gap in vehicle mode. Obviously, it's a tight fit, so just be aware. That's all. But that is the way to do it, so you get the better looking vehicle mode. Should that matter to you if it comes when it comes to vehicle mode or combine mode? Yeah. So there you go. That's that. Now, this guy, he feels very light. Not as light, not actually that light compared to the other one. He just feels light. Now, of this set, this was when I used to watch the videos for this when this first came out. This was the guy I cared for the least because he just looked way too slender for me. Way too slim. Like, he's supposed to be a fucking tank, and just look at how slim his upper half is. And in person, I have to say, this just doesn't feel that quality. I don't really know how to. Maybe it's because if I bring them down, will that help? I assume they must be down. But there's just a. Okay, it's dog shit. Yes, not an amazing first impression, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Let's have a look at his guns first. These look cool though. Get two of them. And then you get this. This is his. I think this does separate. And then does that come down for some reason? That comes down, and that can fold up. And then that doesn't move. Does that target thing come up? Yes. That target thing comes up, that comes down. Big weapon, and then you can bring this down. Oh, it's a shame that that's stuck up like that. Right, I'm sure there's a way to have him holding both of these weapons so he's fully equipped. See, in that image, it's straight. See? This one's got a right little kink to it. Oh, does it move? Oh, it does move. Twat. Right, very good. So this just seems to clip on. Is that it? Just like that? Yeah. So he gets a forearm guard. And then he can hold this monstrosity. Or does he need the normal handle to hold it? Perhaps a normal handle would do him in better stead. Yeah. Yes, he can hold this, but it is... Surely you can do it this end, down here. Nope, doesn't quite fit. So if you want him to hold this, you've got to go the full arm up. So yeah, not a big fan of that. Much prefer. I suppose you could have that, and then you could mount both of these up here. Yeah, it seems that you can. So yeah, you have that option. Or you can do just like his mate and just double pistol it. Which is a look I'm a fan of. Although he doesn't hold them super well. Because it has a cutout on the handle, both sides. But there's only a cutout there in his hand. So it only goes in. It's very weird. Why is it like that? Did you put it in that way? No. I suppose you could just have that grip like that. No, it looks shit. There's no way to plug it in. I mean, you still got it, but it does look a little bit silly. What the fuck's that all about? I mean, I think it's just so it lines up in there. So I suppose there is no reason you then need to make them sided, I guess. There's no reason why I couldn't just get a little blade and just get rid of that. It's still going to secure in place if it's just got one side holding it in. Excuse me. So, yeah. Yeah, not a massive fan of that. Very weird. Very weird. But, excusing the silly position he has to hold them in. Yeah, see, I like that. But it's not as big and as brash as it should be for a big fucking tank, you know? But it does, I suppose it does fit his more actual slender appearance. Very, very hollow. Right. I'll lift that up. Pull this down. He says, "Go on, you fucking bitch." Yeah, look at that. Very empty. But there we go. But yeah, this is the guy I was definitely least excited about, for sure. Although, like I said, it's been a long time since I watched all these videos of, you know, the reviews and stuff. But I don't remember him being so hollow. And yeah. But yeah. Visually though, he looks the part. With this guy, we'll just do that quickly. They do look very good together. No doubt about that. Right, let's go through what this guy's got. We've done the weapons and the accessories. Let's start in the middle. Got a waist swivel, no crunch. Up there, back there, out to about there before it starts to catch. So I wouldn't be forcing that if I were you. if for some reason you've also bought one of these in 2025, 2026, whatever. Swivel there. Knee gets you fucking all the way there. Toe. Does that come down? That comes down, so you get the illusion of a tilt, you know, so you can hold it there. And then it leans on that, so that's pretty good, to be fair. That moves as well. Doesn't move on this side. Don't know if that's a brake or something, I'm not sure. Can we have a look behind, see what's going on? Just a screw, maybe that screw just needs tightening up perhaps. Who knows, that's the bottom half, up top, nothing torso wise, head, ball joint, so you get that. Around there, he's looking at his shoulder pads, and then he can just, you know, fuck off. Up there, all the way around, you get that. Just about 90 from the arms, and then swivel at the hand. Fingers are all on one whole unit. Do a finger gang. Right. So yeah, pretty good. Same as the other one, I believe. Pretty much. He looks good. Again, I don't care for him being so slimish, but aesthetically he looks very good. It just doesn't feel as, I don't know, just something about how this one feels compared to this one. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to quantify it, truth be told. I can't imagine that these guns are using anything other than on this plate when it goes into vehicle mode for his combined mode. So I don't see a reason why, if I was just to take that off and then that off, I don't see a reason as to why, well, a reason as to why not to, basically is what I'm trying to say. There are some angles where he's catching himself, so just be careful. Let's get that bit of a, and there you are. Yeah, that's pretty good. This does need a winding up, a screw in, if you will. Oh, both sides move. Okay. Oh, look at that back though. I know. You don't fucking pose your shit from behind. I know. Right. Let's revert this back to big gun mode. And we'll pop this. Does that go this way? Yeah. Clippity clippity. I wonder if you can you hold this just as that? You can come off here, Let's just see if we can. You might need to just do a little bit of, well, that gets tight. Is that just on the mushroom? So that's, oh, there's a little bit of, yeah, there's something. Well, that should in theory be able to rotate all the way. That should be a complete swivel because it's just on the mushroom peg. Is this one? That does get tight as well. So something of this age, I'm not really interested in enforcing it. If it doesn't go, mean, yeah, you can get that, but it's a... That's the heavy artillery I was talking about. Yeah, right. So let's get this sucker transformed. So the last one was an absolute fucking treat to transform. So I imagine this one will be the same. And by imagine, I mean I fucking hope. Right, shove his arms in. No, nice clicking sound. That's got to be its max. I might jump in the gun there. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it anyway. Look at this. I'm going Maverick. And then that comes down there. That comes down there. Falls over. I'm assuming that they clamp together. They also clamp together. And then fold up. Bring this up. Like so. And then swing these down. I think it's safe to say that these then tab together. Should we take that risk and tab it together? Oh. Okay, mistake number one. In the robot mode, they should be like that. But transform mode, they should be up there. So, there you go. And then we are back here. And then they just cap that end off nicely. Lovely jubbly. Bring this back down there. Head goes away. This whole thing folds. Yeah, this whole thing folds in, and somehow that all aligns up into there, it says. Leave that up. Now, is that it? I mean, all the treads align, but this is... I just feel that needs to come up one more little bit. I do. I just feel it does. And that's showing quite a lot of oh, you're not supposed to do that bit yet. So that's what tabs the bits together. There we go, that sounded good. Oh, there we go. There we go. So they do clamp flush. As that should still be up there. And then that just slots in there, an absolute dream. And there we are. That just sits. It just sits there apparently. Should that? Yeah, I guess that should just tab in. That tabs in there. That tabs in there. That's a solid little brick. And then, to no one's surprise, that just goes on there. And we have created L tank mode. Poppy's extra artillery there. Poppy's second artillery there. We have completed it. It's only showing one gun for some reason. Weird. I mean, the little picture when he had all of his... It's only showing one gun. I wonder if that's a gun from somebody else, maybe. Who knows? Fucking camera. Terrible cameraman and cameraman. Let that suck up a little bit. Right, and there he is. This is just solid. It is absolutely solid. I mean, the tread, I feel like should just go in a little bit more. I feel like it should. It does. It might not be worth the fight to get it all the way in. Oh, no. I mean, that's looking flush there. Probably get a bit more. But for the purpose of it looking good from the outside, it looks good. This is a fucking solid little unit. A couple of bits of detail on the back on there. Yeah, I really like this. So far, these alt modes have been pretty fucking good, I have to say. I feel like that if you have to transform it from one mode to the other. I mean, normally they're stuff packaged in vehicle mode because a lot of people, myself included, want to display it in robot form. So they have to transform it from vehicle to get to the form that they want it in. But it's just nice that when you're transforming it from robot to vehicle and then the end product is actually a nice looking vehicle as well, is just a bonus. Because, you know, Transformers are weird, man. Like, I want my Transformer to transform. I'm not someone that's like, if it doesn't transform, it's not a Transformer. Like, you know, a statue of Optimus Prime or whatever, or Wheeljack or whoever, that's a Transformer. It just doesn't transform, you know? And obviously there are statues out there and just non-transformable figures that look fucking wicked. But even though once I've transformed these, I'm more than likely not going to transform them again. You know, once I've decided how I'm going to have them, I'm going to have them all in combined mode. I mean, not going to all be in vehicle form, but if they're going to be in robot form or combined mode, I'm not going to then spend any time just sitting and transforming them for the sake of it. But it is important to me that they do transform. It's very weird. And that's one thing I miss about not necessarily playing with toys, but this collectible stuff, especially these three that I've had, these three third party combiners, the Stunticons, the Constructicons, and the Combaticons. They're so hard to get hold of. That's why I keep looking at the instructions. Excuse me, because I don't want to fucking break it, miss something. A, because they're hard to find. They aren't mad expensive. I think each set cost me around the 300 mark, give or take, on each set, which is a lot cheaper than they were when they came out individually. But it's finding them that was a nightmare. How I managed to find all three in quite a fast amount of time is quite alarming, really. But it's having to hunt them down again if I do break something, or with it being a third party company, you can't, or not you can guarantee quality with fucking official stuff, but you need to have your wits about you a bit more when it's a third party thing. Although these so far, touch wood, have been fucking solid. These have been great. I don't know if it would be worth or better, because seeing his face is bugging me this a little bit. Would that be better? Would that be better? Or does that not go in that way? That doesn't even fit in that fucking direction, for fuck's sake. Okay. Back sideways. Nope. Okay, well, that answers that question then. I mean, just a little something to cover that face wouldn't have gone amiss. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah. If I do anything with these and they do break, having to replace it's going to be a nightmare. And you're not going to be able to replace with just getting. Say I broke this, I'm not going to have to find another Brawl. It's going to have to be searching for a whole set, and it's just yeah. So it's not worth trying to figure it out and potentially breaking it, because that was one of the funny things about the Transformers when it was collecting the mainline stuff, or when I was a kid when I was playing with it, was trying to figure out how to transform it. And does this go here? Does that go there? And just working off of the before and after pictures, and then just trying to figure it out. I suppose it helped because it wasn't my money I was spending. But even when it's mainline stuff like the Rat Trap, that's fucking 100 and something quid. So I don't want to be breaking it and then having to replace it. And, spending over multiple hundreds of pounds on one little figure. So yeah, that is one aspect of the Transformers collecting that I do a bit miss, just trying to play with it and figure it out. And yeah, but there you go, that was a massive tangent, I do apologise. But I'll put these two together for what it's worth. There he is, there they are next to each other. Oh fuck. That looks fucking stupid. I wonder if I can get him. There you go. Look at that. Fucking teamwork. Come on, you bastard. Just balance there for 1 second for me. Look at that. Heading into war Warbotron. So, yes. So far, these have both been an absolute treat to transform. This one's my favourite of the two so far. Very surprised how much I like this alt mode. This just needed something more in the robot mode, you know. Just felt too slim, too hollow, especially from him being a tank. I don't know if they could have incorporated this, you know, this turret a bit more into the transformation. Maybe would have solved my gripes with it. But there we go. I still like it. It still fits with the other guy really well. If I was collecting these in order, I'd probably be down a notch or two. But still overall looking forward to the rest of the line. Like I said, the other ones, picture wise, okay, it's just how slim this guy is. But there you go. Yeah, there you go. Here's what it is. Thank you for watching. Warbotron will continue in the next episode. Don't know why the fuck I said that. That was weird. Thank you for watching. Oh, hold on. I think I know what these are for. As I'm staring at this, I think these are covers for 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put one now. This is something I could have been doing while I was fucking endlessly just chuntering away. But hey ho. We will continue. I think, you know, once I've finished with these combiners and stuff, I don't really know if there's anything more transformer wise I'm going to be acquiring, you know. I wouldn't mind the generation toy. Well, that's going to be a pig to get out. I think I would need to get that out, don't I? Fuck me. Oh yeah, the generation toy Megatron from IDW that they did. That looked very cool. I always thought that would go well with this set. Let's go this one. That should just be pretty simple. Yes, there we go. Yeah, that's proper, doesn't it? I just feel like these should just sit a bit lower. They do add a little bit of depth to it if they stick up like that. I don't know if it's just getting caught on that sprue bit. You see where that bit there? I think that's where they like manufacture them, and they will fit to like a board. I know what I mean. Well, that was a nice little detail to add. I don't need to take them off for any reason, because that's going to be a fucking nightmare. Well, I'm going to have to destroy them to get them off, I think, is the consensus there. I'm assuming that this is the connection port. Cool, yes, okay, now I'm done. Thank you for watching. This has been a cool set. This continues to be a cool set, should I say. Right, yes, thank you for watching. Goodbye.